So, what if I told you the memories you're holding on to, the ones that shaped how you see yourself, aren't actually true? And not because you're lying to yourself, but because your brain literally distorts your past. And I know that may sound wild, but I want to tell you a story that completely shifted the way I looked at the past and might do the same thing for you. See, I used to have this bad memory. It bothered me for years, and I could see it like a movie in my mind. I could feel it in my body when I thought about it. There was a big knot in my stomach, and it felt so real. The room, the people, even the furniture. I would have sworn it happened in our new house, the one that we moved into when I was in my late teens. But then I did the math and it didn't add up. That moment, it happened before we moved, which means that memory that I saw so vividly in my mind, it took place in the wrong house. That moment that I had carried around for so long actually happened in my childhood home years earlier. I had been seeing it all wrong. So that's when it hit me. The brain does not know the difference between what's real and what's imaginary, vividly imagined. That memory wasn't a recording, it was actually a reconstruction. It was a mix of feelings, of thoughts, of images, and emotional pain, all stitched together by my brain in an effort to make sense of it all. And then I realized it wasn't the truth. It was my perception of a distorted past. And wow, what an eye opener that was for me. That realization blew my mind. And honestly, it brought a sense of relief too. Because if you think about it, if if my memory was distorted, maybe the emotional pain didn't have to be permanent. But here's what I've learned since then. Your brain's not a video recorder. It doesn't store memories, it reconstructs them. Every time you remember something, your brain is piecing together fragments from emotions, from stories, sensations, even things you've heard other people say. So what you remember, like me, isn't a perfect replay of the actual incident or event. It's more like your brain's best guess, a story told through your emotional lens. And that lens has been distorted over time. But here's the wild part. Every time you recall a memory, your brain updates it. It rewrites it slightly based on your current beliefs, your current mood, and your mental state. So if you're anxious or ashamed when you recall it, the memory gets even more painful, and then it gets stored again with those new emotions layered on. So it's no wonder so many of us are stuck in loops of emotional pain. We are reacting to an updated, distorted version of something that may or may not have even happened the way we think it did. And this is why emotional healing gets so hard, because we believe what we feel is what's true. But here's the good news. If your mind can distort something to hurt you, it can also be guided to shift it and help you heal. So when I discovered this, it literally gave me permission to stop believing every painful thought that came up. I learned to pause and ask myself, what if this version of the past isn't actually accurate? And when you start to do that, it opens the door to healing, to peace, to hope, and to freedom from emotional pain that was never yours to carry in the first place. And if this resonates with you, this is something I go deep into in my masterclass. There's a section called Memories Are Illusions of the Past, and it explains what you must do to get lasting changes. I included a simple but profound question in that section that helps you dig deeper. Now, you can get access to this masterclass as a one-time offer in my Overwhelmed to Calm Toolkit bundle. And there's even a bonus section that teaches you how to become your own therapist so you're not so dependent on anyone else for your healing journey. So make sure you check the description below. I'll post the link there. But look, if your brain is still reacting to things that aren't happening anymore, it's not because you're weak. It's because your memories still have power over you. But that power, it's negotiable, and you don't have to stay stuck. Let's change the way your story feels.